So in this video today, you can see that I have partial makeup on my eyes and not my brows or anything like that. So I'm testing out some of the newer Colourpop products that I had hauled at Ulta, and I had talked to you guys about them and said I wanted to try them for you guys to see whether or not they were any good and worth picking up. So I did already do my eyes as far as my eyeshadow. We're going to test out the other products that I needed to try. Now, what I went ahead and did first off is I did add just a little bit of my Colourpop Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer. Mine's in the color Fair In. I added that onto my face just a little, just to kind of have a base for the powder, because I noticed with my dry skin and all the powders so far that I have tried, I need to set a little bit of something down prior to actually putting a powder on. I went ahead and did that. Like I said, I just did one light layer so that I can test this out. And then with that, I did add just a little bit of my Pretty Fresh concealer. This is in 20N under my eyes with the Maybelline Age Brightener. I just put a little bit of that. I didn't put concealer anywhere else because I want to test this powder. So this is a Colourpop Pretty Fresh pressed powder. Mine is in the shade Light 6. It says that it's a creamy pressed powder for an effortless skin-like natural finish. This multitasking face powder easily blends into skin with light, buildable coverage, perfect for wearing alone, to set makeup, or for touch-ups throughout the day. Infused with sunflower seed extract and cucumber fruit extract to keep skin hydrated, soft, and healthy looking. And then it just tells you how to apply it. And it is dermatologist tested, oil free, and cucumber fruit extract known to hydrate and refresh skin, sunflower seed extract known to keep skin soft and healthy looking. So I'm really excited to give this a try. We're going to do that here in just a minute. Before we do, I want to get these brows situated because I don't like how I look without them. I got this some time back in a Colourpop haul, the Feather Effect Styling Wax, and mine is in the color Tinted, and I think there's only one tinted. There's either clear or tinted. Kind of scared about this. I have seen a few videos on how to use it, but we're just going to give it a try. That is what it looks like. I do have the brush that goes with it. It's pretty dark. What I understood from the videos that I have seen, you just basically dab into the product, and then you place it on your brows in a feathering motion. A little bit of water, got a little bit of product on there. I saw where people were not even like putting their other brow products, they were just doing this. See where it's only picking up? Yeah, it's not doing a whole lot. Okay, so I'm testing this out without putting brow pencil because I want to see if I could get away with doing this. Now, I will say that it is very hard to get the brush into the product, to get it on. It's really, really hard. You have to bend the brush a certain way. I'm just like brushing it on there and up. I don't know that I'm gonna like this, to be honest. So far, I just think that I'm not doing it right, but we're just gonna keep trying because I want to try it for you guys to see if it's something I would like. I don't know if I was supposed to go in with the brow brush. Brow pencil first. It didn't say that, and the person I'm watching doesn't do that. Eyebrows may be too thin for this. I'm going to try my spoolie that's from e.l.f. I'm going to clean the product that's on it because I have clear wax on it now. I need to spray a little bit more setting spray. It has to be kind of like wet. This I feel like this brush can definitely get in the product much better. I currently use a clear brow wax. I do like it for those days when I'm just on the go and just need my brows put together. So I will say they're looking full. Okay, it does set them down nicely. Like you could see, it adds a little bit of something, but I will say like here where I'm sparse, I'm gonna have to go in before I do this, I feel like, in those sparse areas and kind of like just build them up, because I feel like that's not gonna work in those areas, you know what I mean? So it's not bad though. I just need to continue playing in it and learn. I don't feel like it's like boom in your face like how my brows are typically when I do them, but it's not bad either. So I will say I like my e.l.f. spoolie better than I did the Colourpop one that I had to purchase. To go with it, I didn't necessarily need it. For future, I need to go in first with the pencil for those little sparse areas, and then go in with the product. So it's okay. So far, I don't know how I feel about that. It's a lot of work, I feel like, to like wet it and all of that. But we're going to continue playing in it. It's not the brows I'm used to, but it's not bad either. I think that far away they look like nothing, but close up I feel like they do look a lot better. So we're just going to continue. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to use the sponge, because I notice when I go in with the sponge I feel like it just kind of moves everything, and then it's like not really going onto my skin very nicely. But this is what the powder looks like, again in light 6. I'm going to press it in the powder. This definitely doesn't have a lot of hiccup like the e.l.f. one did. And I'm just pressing it on. One thing I learned from Riri with Brutally Honest Beauty is to go in and press instead of wiping, because then you get the product on there. I have some breakouts, unfortunately. I wouldn't say it's like a full coverage. I will say it's just like a more of a setting coverage. I'm going to take this smaller brush, and I'm going to take some of this and see how it does under my eyes on this one side to set that concealer that I did put on. So I'm going to come in close and I'm going to show you, because I didn't do this side. So this is the side with the powder. Probably need to turn my light down. Okay, so this is the side with the powder. I know my lighting's not that great. You can still see my blemishes peeking through. Right in here, it's a little drying. It did sit nicely under the eyes, I will say that. So like I was saying, right in here in my pores, I feel like it is kind of setting in there. It did go under the eyes nicely. It set nicely on this side of the face. And you can still see my blemishes, so it's by no means like a powder foundation. But it would probably be, I would say, from just using it on first impressions, it's probably going to be a type of powder that you can kind of, like it says, set all over, set your face makeup or touch up throughout the day or something like that. I don't think it's going to be like your full coverage side. I don't think it's going to be like that, or like the L'Oreal one even that's out. That's more of a powder foundation. I don't think it's like that. I think it's more of like just a setting powder for when you put face makeup on. So I'm going to do the rest of this side. Pressing it in versus swiping it on. And for it being saying that it's a hydrating powder, I wouldn't say it's super hydrating in my opinion. I feel like in my nose area, it's really drying. You'll see it as I come in closer and all of that, because my lighting's kind of off right now. So far, I don't know how I feel about that, unfortunately. But we're going to go into this. This is just a flush. This is the cheek palette that I recently picked up in an Ulta haul. And I told you guys I was super excited to give it a try. It does have a bronzer, 2 blushes, a highlighter, which we're gonna use today. And the highlighter is a wet formula. But I'm gonna just go into the bronzer here. And then I'll go into the blushes and then the highlighter. I'm gonna use both blushes. Yeah, nice. Okay, so I do like the blush. This little palette is really nice. It's cute. The highlighter is a little shimmery, but very nice. Real quick, I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to mascara and all of that, and then we'll come back on and we'll finish up with the lips. I do have 2 lip products. I don't know which one I want to try. The lip creams. One is in the Rachel and then Page Me. And we'll try one of these on camera together. I don't know which one as of yet. But let me go ahead and do my mascara and all of that. And then I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I'm going to quickly finish up with the last product I'm trying for you guys. And it's one of these lip creams from Colourpop. And again, the names are Rachel and Page Me. And with this look, I think I want to go in with Rachel because it's more of a nudie color, whereas that one's more of like a mauve, deeper mauve toned color. Colourpop one in Field Day. That is what it looks like right there. It's like a nudie color. Okay. And then here is the product itself. Really pretty. Show you the color right there. Before I come in and show you the face, let me quickly just go over those products that we tested and tell you what I think about them. So first off, the eyebrow product. I don't know how I feel about it just yet. My eyebrows, I do like the way they look. It has no pencil whatsoever, just this tinted wax. So far, I will say that I do like the way that it looks on an everyday basis. I think it's fine. That is a product again. It is a little bit more work to get the product on the spoolie. Like I said, I bought the spoolie that goes with it as well from Colourpop. This one's a little hard to get in there to kind of rub the product to get it on the brush. However, I did use my e.l.f. one, and I don't know what I did with, oh, here it is. And it worked just fine. I did clean it, but picking up the product and getting it on, I will say they are waxy and set. So I would say they're not bad at all. First time that I've done a full makeup look with no actual like penciled brows or powdered brows or anything like that. So it is a little different for me, but I wanted to give it a try for you guys. I'm going to continue using this on a daily basis in conjunction, like I said, with a brow pencil in those areas that I'm sparse, like right in here and anywhere else that I need it, and then use this and see how that works together. And of course, I will be updating you guys. You will probably see it featured again in another video or something like that. So this, I'm still going to continue trying. I would say it's not as dark as I thought it was going to be, so that's a plus. But as far as the work that you have to put into it and all of that, I think this is a great product. Will be a great product for someone who already has full brows and just wants them to be tamed, set, and put together. Perfect for that. But for someone that has sparse brows or barely any, I don't think this is going to completely fill them in the way you may want them to, the way that a pencil does or even a powder. So just keep that in mind. So we'll continue testing that for you, like I said. Now onto the powder. Looking at my skin, I do like the way that it looks. Now, let me just let you know from my first impressions. This is not a full coverage powder. This is not a powder foundation. In my personal first impressions and opinions, this is a powder that you could put on, like, say you're just going to get up and go and you want just a little bit put together and you want a little bit of powder on the face, this is that. Or if you're doing a foundation or you're doing a tinted tinted moisturizer or even concealer, this is that powder that you could use to kind of set over the face and kind of just place everything on to hold together. Or if you are wanting to touch up throughout the day, this would be that powder for you. I wouldn't say that it's a powder that you would use alone for full coverage and a full concealing of the face or anything like that. I don't think this is that type of powder, unfortunately. It's not going to be comparable to like the one that I told you, the e.l.f. Cosmetics Camel Powder Foundation that recently I tried, or even the L'Oreal one. That is not what this is at all, in my own opinion. Now, if you have no problem areas and you have even skin tone, then you will probably really enjoy this because you can just place it all over the face. Now, I won't say it's super drying, but I won't say it's super hydrating from first impressions. In my opinion, it did sit under my eyes nicely. It wasn't drying. And it did sit the rest of the face nicely. In some spots, I'm a little bit drier, and so you could see that just a little bit, especially around my nose area. It is a little drying. You can see that as well. And then right in here where my pores are, I probably have to use like a pore primer previously to doing any type of product on my face. And because with this powder, I feel like it is kind of showing that a little bit. So, do I enjoy it so far? Yes, I do like the way the whole face overall looks. I'm going to continue using it. First impressions are not enough to be able to tell you for sure if it's a great product or not, or worth picking up, but I'm going to continue using it the rest of this week so that I can give you guys my full thoughts on it and whether it is any good. So stay tuned for that. So far, that's okay. Now, the blush palette I really did enjoy. I think this is probably, besides the lip, probably one of the favorite things that I used today. Everything went on really, really nicely. The bronzer is a great tone for my skin tone. It wasn't red or muddy or anything like that. The blush, I combined them together and I put them on the cheeks and on the nose area, and I did like that. And then the highlighter is a wet formula like their Super Shock formula. So I took my e.l.f. stipple brush for the wet products and I just put that on there. You can see it's kind of a shimmery versus a frosted highlighter. And that's still pretty. I'll probably go in next time with the sponge or my finger just to get a different type of look. But it is still pretty nonetheless, and I am happy to have that. And then the last product we did try, Fresh Kiss, lip cream. This is in the Rachel, and there it is there, and this is it on my lips. I thought it was going to be like a nude color, but it's more of like it's kind of like a nude and mauve tone combined, I would say. But it's really, really pretty. It does feel nice. It feels like it's set and it dried. That is all the products today that I wanted to try for you guys from Colourpop, the newer ones that I did pick up in a recent Colourpop haul. And then that eyebrow wax I picked up a little bit ago but never got around to trying, so I thought it would be okay to try it in this video for you guys. So I'm going to come in closer, show you the face, and then we will be done with this video. Let me turn my lighting down so you could see what it looks like without the bright lights. You could still see, like I said, the blemish is peeking through. It's not a full coverage, and it's not like a powder foundation formula that would typically cover that. If you look up close in here, you can see that dryness in this area. Like I said, all around my nose, it's pretty dry. It's kind of just sitting on top of it there. I do like the lips. I like the blush and everything else. I think that it looks really pretty, and I'm not hating the powder. I just need to go in with a little more hydration, and typically that is how it is with me when it comes to powders, because I am just a dry girl. My skin is just not a fan of powder, but I do like to use powder to make everything come together. Like I said, I will continue testing these out for you guys, and I will give you my I will test them out for the rest of the week and continue to use them, let you know what I think, if they are worth picking up and all of that. You'll see that either in an update on my community post or even on my Instagram. So if you're not following me there, I will link it. It's always linked down below my Instagram page. and I do update information on there as well, and whenever I do makeup looks that I don't film, they're on there as well for you guys. You know, if you tried any of these products, if you're wanting to try any of the products, excuse me, or if you have any questions about any of the products that I tried today, specific questions, definitely leave that down in the comments below. I would love to be able to answer those for you guys. But this is going to complete this video for today of me trying these newer to me Colourpop products. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.